Hello and welcome to a very special panel discussion debating the future of the aerospace industry in India, more specifically in Karnataka. This, of course, is part of a lead-up to the Advantage Karnataka Global Investor Meet that's scheduled to be held in June of this year. Joining me on the panel, a very special group of people, Mr. Arvind Meligari, co-founder and chairman of Quest Global. They're the first aerospace SEZ in the country, located in the district of Belgaum. On my left, Dr. Rajkumar Khatri. He is the Commissioner for Industrial Development, Government of Karnataka. On my far left, Vivek Malia, Associate Director, Tax and Regulatory Services at PricewaterhouseCoopers. In the year 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright took their first flight. The plane flew for 12 seconds and it covered 120 feet. We are only about 107 years after that. In 1903, in the year 2010, just 110 years after that, mankind is ready for its first foray to the planet of Mars, not to another country, not to another city, to another planet. The world of aerospace has seen a sea change, to mix metaphors there. And there's tremendous amount of potential for this sector to boom and to push the frontiers of space, to transport people all over the world and indeed across worlds. Is India poised to take advantage of this boom in aerospace, and is Karnataka poised to be at the forefront of that advantage? Those are some of the questions we're going to be answering on this panel discussion today. Let me start with Arvind Meligari. Arvind, there is an aviation boom happening in the country. There is an aviation boom, an aerospace boom happening around the world. My question to you is simple. Is India poised to lead that charge? Is Karnataka poised to lead that charge within India?
Absolutely. Historically, if you look at it, Karnataka has been ahead with HAL, NAL, DRDO labs being in Karnataka, and that has turned out to be building a supply chain around it, and that is turning out to be taking advantage in the global boom of emerging market supply chain which is happening out of India. And on top of that technology side, Karnataka has been ahead because of the IT industry, which has translated into engineering side of it, and that has helped overall bring aerospace people into Karnataka. Looking at it, right, Karnataka so is very poised.
India is poised to lead the charge, and within India, Karnataka is poised. Dr. Rajkumar Khatri, as part of the Advantage Karnataka Global Investor Meet, aerospace seems to be a key focus area as part of that meet. My question to you is, why aerospace?
This is a focus sector for us, Suresh, because there's a distinct advantage Karnataka offers in this sector. I recall Dr. Abdul Kalam Azad, when he said that Karnataka is pioneer in aerospace and defense activities, and it is poised to be the aerospace hub for the globe. Apart from that, we have the institutes of excellence here.
This, of course, is because of the presence of organizations like HAL, NAL, the Gas Turbine Research, the Aeronautical Development Establishment. Are you at all scared that there will be a migration of talent from government organizations to private organizations?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, in the business, in the market, it is the flux of talent from the private sector to the public sector and otherwise takes place. But
not a big area of concern for the government?
No, in fact, the area, what I'm more keen to bring out the point is that it is the overall development of the state and the country and the sector. And from that perspective, if you see that the government has recognized this potential, and we have already set up an aerospace park near the international airport.
In your report, you have said that manufacturing and what's called the MRO market, which is the maintenance, repair and overhaul market, are some of the key strengths of Karnataka. Are you implying that services is a weakness?
Not at all. I think there is a broad spectrum to it. While manufacturing and maintenance repairs overall are two major components, within the civilian and defense aerospace sector, Karnataka has traditionally been the research and development hub for aerospace. Karnataka has traditionally been the software and technology-enabled services hub in aerospace. Private companies, foreign investors have invested in significant engineering services in the software sector, especially in the state of Karnataka. Most OEMs do have the research and development centers in Karnataka, especially in Bangalore, because of the talent availability in the software and services sector alone. Okay. So it may be possibly that Karnataka stands better poised in manufacturing, MRO, and services in the design to build life cycle in aerospace.
Do you see a threat from any other region in India?
Other states are also catching up, if not having recognized the potential in the sector and the amount of spend which is happening both domestically and internationally in the civilian as well as military aerospace sectors. So Hyderabad comes to mind, Andhra Pradesh comes to mind, Tamil Nadu comes to mind, Maharashtra comes to mind, and Gujarat comes to mind. These are the major players.
Dr. Khatri, a number of states are clearly trying to cash in on the opportunity, and from the size of the opportunity, it seems is enough for everybody. What are some of the things you're going to be telling your investors during your investor meet?
In the month of June, on 3rd and 4th, Karnataka government is organizing the Global Investor Meet, where we clearly send a message that we, from the government, are going to play the role of facilitator.
Okay.
We are going to provide you the basic infrastructural facilities, the connectivity, land, water, and the ease of doing business. There will be procedural reforms are already taking place. Single window mechanism is in place, which is being made more effective. The more and more usage of ICT in the procedural formalities to get the approvals and clearances is being taken up. And distinct fiscal benefits are being given as a part of the industrial policy that has come into force from 1st of April 2009. Over and above, for the SEZ area, there are other benefits as well.
Special fiscal benefits being offered to them.
Yes.
I'm going to interrupt you there. On that note, it's time to take another quick break. We'll be back in a little while. Keep watching. Welcome back. You're watching Advantage Karnataka, a special two-part series on investing in the state of Karnataka. This, of course, is the episode on the aerospace industry. We're going to come back to Arvind Meligari. Arvind, you operate an SEZ in the region of Belgaum. SEZs in India have become a sort of tricky subject to tackle, both on the government side and on the private side. Issues of land acquisition, farmers' identity, land being an emotional subject in India. You seem to have no such problems, though, in acquiring the land or operating the SEZ. What is your secret?
Well,